There's just a little small pool of water that's been collecting there the last couple days.
You should do something about that.
I'm gonna fucking die.
Live from Studio Dead End, brought to you by Deadbeats LLC and Omega Images. It's Spinning Out.
1, 2, ready, go!
Spinning out. Whoa. Spinning out. Whoa. Mama, look this way, 'cause we are winning now. Whoa. Feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Don't touch me now, we're spinning out.
What part are we doing? We are here. It is episode 17, which is really fitting. I didn't realize that until now. But we have a special guest, star host. What?
I'm the star. We'll call it a cameo.
A cameo?
Cameo.
A cameo? Let's get our own Twitter hashtag going. How do we set that up? Is that just you have to tweet it so much?
Yeah, we just all
Who's
tweet it.
ready to spam Twitter? What? Spameos? Fuck. I don't know how I feel about any of this, but this is Pam.
Hey.
AKA my associate.
Yes, associate for like 7 years?
It's been 9 years. What math did you take?
Yeah, true.
I'm out of frame, aren't I?
Half.
Shit. I got a happy. Yeah, it's been a long time. Long time person, first time on camera.
Boo and Sully.
Here. They're
Twitch and Ralph.
Twitch?
Twitch.
Twitch? Jesus Christ.
Glitch was her nickname.
So I recently found out that the second Wreck-It Ralph has actually already hit theaters and is gone, and I missed that somehow. I thought it was still being like promoted and it was gonna come out later this year. So yeah, we decided Pam's gonna freeload this week, and that was seriously cutting into this.
Well, I think I freeloaded because of this. You were like, do you want to be on the thing? And I was like, I'll come.
Pam had a birthday.
I did.
My
I have
God.
like 6 birthdays a year. It's my like 3rd, 25th birthday.
You're not 28,
No,
are you?
26 is the second,
You're right.
25, and then 27. And
My math,
now
my math
away.
is off. The things I do for this country.
Things I do for them. We just watched Game of Thrones.
I watched the first episode of Game of Thrones for the 4th time in 3 years. My favorite characters so far, Bran and the Fat King.
Oh my god.
It's true. He's just like, he stops eating only to drink. We've got a great action-packed show. We're gonna have stories and Oakrest. We have stories. What else? Stories. Is it?
Me.
You're here again.
My presence.
We got more stuff. Stories. Coming up.
Remember that time we were going to go to Canada and rent a lighthouse, but it wasn't a lighthouse?
I was so mad.
The next day, we went on to buy the reservation, and we were like, this isn't a lighthouse. This is like a 20-minute walk from a lighthouse, and not even close to like a real beach. And this house is just a really tiny house with like 1 bedroom. So we somehow turned it into a lighthouse. We told everyone too. We got drunk and we told everyone we're going to
We had a fucking crew.
We had a whole
We were gonna party. I don't remember who any of those people were, but I know they're not as prominent as they were.
We told a bunch of people.
It was in like Newfoundland or something. It was gonna be
That's where
like
it
Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah.
It was gonna be the most
American holidays.
random shit. It's fitting, Canada, because the band that I interviewed this week is Oakrest from Canada.
I won't hit the lens.
How cool would that be though? Oh, I told you. Oakrest. They are from Keswick, which I believe is in Ontario, which I know is in Canada, geographically. They put out an EP a couple weeks ago, Annamaria Drive. It's fantastic. Highlight song, Long Thoughts. It's a great EP. It's fantastic. And this interview was fun. We had internet problems, but Jacob was cool. And the other Jacob got jealous on Twitter with me today. So if I remember, I will share those tweets interactions so you guys can be like, we're living life vicariously through him. Mitchell from Among Legends, our boys, he drummed in their music video for one of the songs. And they're currently looking for a drummer. So if you're a drummer and you like Canadian things and you want to go to Keswick, Ontario, fucking hit them up. I learned recently GTA stands for Greater Toronto Area. Here's the interview. We're here with Jacob from Oakrest. Hey, how are you?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
Nice. I see you're wearing Among Legends merch. That is fantastic.
I am.
Pop punk hosers. So Canadian. Tell me what you do in the band and kind of the what's going on in the band? Where'd you guys come from?
Well, right now I'm doing what I originally wanted to do when I started this band. I'm just doing vocals. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of lineup changes. Like, we still don't have a drummer yet, but there was a time where I played rhythm guitar and I sang too. And
I know Mitchell's been helping out with drums, at least for, if I remember correctly, the music video, and if so, also on the EP you just put out. Is that still happening?
Not on the EP. We had a studio drummer who helped us out on the last EP too, because we like inconveniently didn't have a drummer then too. So his name was Stefan Lobis. He did the drums for both EPs. But we're hoping to find a drummer to record whatever the next one is.
Have you gotten any weirdos trying out or sending you stuff?
Gotten a few weirdos who have like requested to be in it. Like people like twice my age. I'm like, no.
That's wild. What's the weirdest thing you've encountered so far in the search?
Yeah, probably just like that 30-ish, 35-year-old dude who tried to be in our band.
Midlife crisis. Let me drum in a young pop punk band.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, we're like 20, and you're like not. So.
So yeah, you just released your EP, Annamaria Drive, like a week or two ago ish.
I think 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What has been the reaction so far since you put it out?
It's been a lot like crazier than the first EP release. Like this one, I feel like a lot more people are kind of attaching to it. I feel like people have been seeing like we're doing a lot of growing too in our writing and our songwriting.
Nice. And I think I saw on your Facebook you guys are mostly influenced like State Champs, Newfound Glory, Link, Bearings. How did you incorporate those influences into the new record?
Like mostly like all the old pop punk bands. Like I've been listening to them since I was like maybe 8 years old. Like Blink-182, Newfound Glory, and like all that. So like I like to stick to my roots in the writing, like kind of like just classic pop punk. And then with like the influences from all these new bands that like even with Bearings, like I'm like pretty good friends with them. Just like kind of adapting into the new pop punk sound versus like the old, so we could kind of like collide it, you know.
And also, so I think is your next, according to Facebook, your next show is when, the 4th, May 4th, in
May 4th
at the Jam Spot.
Yeah.
Who are you playing with at the show that I can't read?
Glenora, like the opening band, they're actually a few teenagers in high school, and they were a fan of us, and they asked, they're like, hey, can we open for you? I'm like, hell yeah. Nice. Next band, Ink. Ink was one of the first bands we played with. Like we played our first show with them. We plan to do a weekend run with them this summer. Next band's Flight 97. They're like such nice guys. Like I'm great friends with them because of the music scene. I really dig the music, so of course like I wanted to see if they wanted to play on our show.
And then of course you have Among Legends, which is.
And then of course, yeah, Among Legends. Like they went on our first weekend run. Like Mitch is helping us all the time, so I was like, of course you guys are gonna play this show.
Are there any other like bigger Canadian bands that you would like to tour with soon or that have toured with?
Do you know Castlefield?
Yep.
Yeah. Before they broke up, we were really hoping to get on the road with them.
What the fuck was the question? Oh, what is the next step for the band? What are you guys looking to do?
We're at like the very startup phase of starting to get into touring. Like we want to get into that more. Obviously, we want to find a drummer first, but aside from that, like we just want to tour and tour and tour.
We're going to deviate a little bit from the music because I remembered you're from GTA. Are you a hockey fan?
Yeah, like I'll watch it. I'm not like the biggest, but
yeah, me neither. I just was thinking because Boston's playing the Maple Leafs or whatever your people are called.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what's happening with it, and go Boston, I guess. Because if I didn't root for Boston, people would probably kill me over here. But speaking of GTA, going back to music, since we slightly deviated, what's the most pop punk thing about Toronto?
You know, probably Sneaky D's.
Okay.
Sneaky D's has brought me good things. Like I've been going to those shows since I was 15. Like that's where I saw Seaway for the first time.
Man, I'm seeing tomorrow and Sunday, but actually I'm hanging out with them for them. It's gonna be wild. So I have one more question. It's a little more random, but it's also based on the band name Oakrest. What's your favorite part about trees? Like if you were climbing trees, like what's the best part? What's the technique you need to climb a tree?
Obviously you can't really see it because I'm sitting down and over a webcam, but I'm really tall.
Me too. I'm also
so like my arms are like super long, so like I could reach high things and like get to the like a root branch or something and grab onto it and just climb it.
Could you pull yourself up if you needed to? Like there was nowhere to put your foot, but you had you have your upper body strength for it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I envy you. I don't have that shit. I'm 6'4", like 330. Like I'm not picking myself up. Oh, maybe the band name is inspired because of your love of trees. It's
Actually,
subconscious.
it's actually a road sign, but we'll
Oh,
go
really?
with the trees thing. We'll go with the
Okay.
trees thing.
But so, what is it? Just Oakrest Lane?
Actually, if you go on our Instagram or our Facebook or whatever, I did a big post about like why it means to me so much because
Cool.
I live on Annamaria Drive and
Yep.
the side street is Oakrest, and I was like, cool.
Oh, cool.
That's where the band name came from.
And I had a feeling Annamaria Drive was named after a street because I think one of the lyrics is "I grew up here." I was like, "That."
Yeah.
Do you have any last minute comments to the people watching?
I guess all I can say is Annamaria Drive is out everywhere. Spotify and Apple Music and everywhere. Check it out. And thank you for this interview. It's been good.
Long thoughts or lost thoughts?
Long thoughts, yeah.
Oh, I had it right the first time. I love it. That's my favorite song off of it. It's on one of my playlists, and that's one of the songs everyone should check out 100%. I know you can check out one song, people. But this has been Jacob, the vocalist.
There it is.
Rhythm guitarist at one point. He's done a bunch of stuff. Signing off. I'll catch you later, and thank you for being on the show, dude.
Yeah.
I went to 2 shows this past weekend. I hit the Seaway tour in Worcester, the Palladium upstairs, and it was fantastic. My boys in Young Culture were there, killed it. Heart Attack Man, killed it. Free Throw, killed it. Seaway also killed it. The first band, In Good Nature, killed it. Everyone wins, especially me as a member of the audience because everyone killed it. But the one thing I wanted to note from that show, I went alone to the show because no one ever wants to hang out with me. But it's fun because I have fun. I was hanging out with Gabe from Young Culture, and the whole night I saw this cute girl who looked like she was alone the entire night, hanging out doing the same thing I was. So I finally gathered up the courage and I went down and asked to buy her a drink. And she was like, "Oh, no, that's okay, thank you though, but no." I was like, okay, well, one no would have been okay, but whatever. And it was super like awkward, so I turned back around and went up, and he's like, "So how'd it go?" I was like, "Yeah, no, it didn't work." It was rough. Then Seaway went on, and during one of the songs, I was filming, because it's one of my favorite songs by them, and I was panning around, and I got a little too close to the pit, and someone fell down behind me, and I tripped over them and toppled over them. Clearly, that is not good, because I thought I was gonna kill someone. So I leaned up and I moved my legs, and this person pushed their head through. This little fucking girl that denied me. Yeah, and I was like, oh, it was rough, and I was still filming the whole time.
Tell me you still have that.
I have that. I'll send it to you. But I'm filming, and then you can see the moment where I topple over, and everything goes haywire for about 10 seconds.
He showed up at my mother's house after this concert. He texted me and he's like, "You're at your mother's house?"
Yeah, it was
My
like
mom lives
11:30.
near Worcester. And he's like, "Oh, I got something for you. I gotta tell you something." And I'm like, "Well, my cable box is broken." He's like, "Well, this is better than a cable box." So he shows up and shows us the video. And my sister's like, "What the fuck? Why is Woody here?" Woody's like, "I gotta show you this video." So he shows us that video, eats the Easter cake, and then leaves.
No. You offered me cake.
True, but you still ate it.
Yeah, of course I ate it. I didn't have any. Okay, you are terrible at storytelling because I have a side to the story too. So I was in Worcester, and the drive there and back goes directly by her house. So originally I was gonna somehow plan some surprise shit where I was gonna have Marianne bring you out onto the porch at midnight, and I would just walk up out of nowhere and give you a high five and leave. I lost my train of thought. Nope, I'm back. And I thought, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go home. I'm tired. And I was like, nah, fuck it. So that's why I texted you. I got there and she's like, "Here, do you want some of the cake?" And you took out the knife and you gave me that cake. I did not go in there like a savage and just went, "Ooh, cake."
Both my mom and my dad the next day, they were like, "We heard this strange man talking in the kitchen and we thought nothing of it."
That was night 1. I did not go to the concert on Saturday because I was hungover. But on Monday, I went back into Boston to see This Wildlife and Sleep on It and Hold Close, and she was there.
Yep. Woody showed up. We met up with him in this random place called Chopsticks. Then my mom was giving me a hug to say bye and have a nice night. And she was hugging me in the middle of a puddle, and I was wearing flats, and Woody was just sitting there laughing at me.
I had a giant
that
grease
was
stain
it.
on my sweatshirt.
We're on the tee, and he's like, "Oh, guess this grease stain came to Boston with me." And I look over, and his whole sweatshirt is grease stained. He's like,
Like,
"I
literally-
had too much kielbasa." And I was
It
like,
was like
"Jesus
this big.
Christ."
It was so big.
This big. Like
I made kielbasa
There's
for
photos.
lunch, and I wanted kielbasa because sometimes I Hey, Kabasa, what up?
Yeah.
And I put it on a paper plate and put tinfoil around it so I could transport it in my car to my work so I could eat at my desk. And it was at a slight tilt, like a 1 degree tilt, which was just enough in the car to leak onto my sweatshirt. Then I forgot about it.
He was looking at sweatshirts and he was like, "Oh, isn't this sweatshirt awesome?" And I'm like, "Yeah,
It's this one.
good. It's this one." He was
What are
grease
you
stain on it.
doing? Said I'm turning it up. Like,
Oh, I said
what's that supposed to mean?
it's this sweatshirt, so look at the
Well,
sweatshirt.
then turn around a little bit more so we can see it.
Well, you need to... There were 2 babies.
There were 2 childs.
Like babies?
Yeah,
One was a baby.
they had earplugs.
Kevin from This Wildlife kept swearing,
Yep.
and he was like, "Sorry, baby. I paid $22 for 2 drinks. It was rough."
Again?
Yep.
Vodka Red Bulls?
Yep.
I pole danced on the tea because it was empty.
We took the tea out to Alewife to only drive 20 minutes back into Boston so I could drop her ass off at her apartment in Brookline.
Yeah.
And then I went home. It's showbiz, baby. That's about it. I don't know if there's anything else to the story. It's warm in here. Can I see?
You have to remember his name.
I think it's Jeff. Oh no, that's the skeleton from Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. Craig Ferguson! Shout out. Jay Leno, David Letterman, Johnny Carson I think did one once. Seth Meyers is here still. Jimmy Fallon, Jon Stewart, James Corbin, that guy. Judge Judy. Daytime talk shows?
View,
The
The
700 Club.
The Chew, which is on after
The
the View.
Chew. I'm a big old slut for Cheetos. I'm a slut for a lot of things, but Cheetos is high on the list.
Cheez-Its are probably the...
No, Cheetos are pretty good.
Jesus.
Shout out to that actress, whatever her fucking name is.
Mindy Kaling.
Mindy Kaling, shout out.
What?
Okay.
You're a mess.
I know. Thank you to everyone for being here with me today because it's been a goddamn mess, but we had some fun, didn't we? It was episode 17. We had a lot of fun. Oakrest, my boy Jacob, Deadbeats, Omega Images, Thick Woody, Facebook. You can find me there. I'm on Instagram, ThickWoody27. Pam's on Facebook.
Pamela
If you're
Bum.
on your social media yourself, just follow people, man. It's how you make friends. I made some friends.
Networking. It's key. Do it on the
I
internet.
got some DMs. I got a DM from my girl Meg over in Denver. Shout out because you asked me about this wildlife concert and set times. And then you were like, I have an 8 a.m. class. I was like, I definitely feel that because I've had that before. So, good job for you. What I've also wanted to say,
You got Oscars.
like,
They started the music, so...
the Oscars. Shout out. Let's talk about the Oscars for a little second. I saw a picture of